Straw Hut Media.
Welcome to Release Date Rewind. Come in, if you dare. I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. It's Mark J. Parker, a movie lover and movie maker, and thank you for checking out my show, which celebrates milestone anniversaries in film. If you need some laughter and light, you have come to the right place. I'm happy you're here with us, and I'm happy that we love these two absolutely iconic movies that we are about to dive into. This is an AI-free podcast brought to you by the Straw Hut Media Network and is part of the You Run Podcast Network and is also watchable on YouTube. It was a night out they were going to remember for a very long time. That is, if they made it out alive. We're discussing two movies starring Tim Curry that just hit big milestone years, and they are two of his most famous, most perfect performances. The Rocky Horror Picture Show from 1975 and Clue from 1985. Now, let's leave transsexual Transylvania and head to Mr. Boddy's place. So grab your friends and guests, wear your game piece colors, and if you'd like to watch or rewatch these classics before continuing, Rocky Horror is unfortunately not streaming in the US anymore with a subscription, but you can always rent it, borrow it from your library, find it online, while Clue is currently streaming on Canopy, Hoopla, and MGM+. Also, sorry everybody that my sound coming up isn't as clear as it normally is. I had another microphone cord issue, so I gotta figure that out. I think it's a USB port, wah wah. But not a big deal, you're gonna have a great time. Alright, butlers and sweet transvestites, it's not just a game anymore, so it's time to rewind. I am so excited because, man, this is like the double feature of double features. And I got two great gals with me who love movies just as much as I do, and I've known them for decades. We're welcoming back Katie Bruno and Jackie Renne, my fellow campers from Camp John Waters. Hi, girls. How's it doing?
Hi.
How's it going? Happy
Hi.
Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah, Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day.
If you're watching on YouTube, Jackie is Mrs. White. Oh my gosh, Jackie, can you show a little bit more of yourself somehow? Can you?
So
what do you got
I
on?
have, it's a jacket that I bought at my first job ever at TJ Maxx. This is my prom jewelry from junior prom. And yeah, this is all just stuff I had. I'm wearing my little pillbox hat from when I was Janet Snakehole.
I remember. I was there for that.
You were there for that.
Yeah, we went to Witch's Ball. Yeah, that was great.
So this is just stuff I had lying around, and the wig isn't as much Mrs. White as I wanted. It's a little
totally
Cleopatra,
getting Mrs.
but
White. Don't even worry.
It's the vibes.
It's working. Oh yes. And we have Katie. You are dressed. Are you magenta? You're giving me magenta vibes.
I'm just like one of the transvestites.
Yeah,
Transylvanians.
you're one of the Transylvanians. Yes.
Yeah, just a Rocky Horror shirt that I cut up.
I'm like a little Professor Plum meets a Transylvanian meets a John Waters fan. So there we go.
Yeah, I got my little coffin necklace, but instead of Eddie, it's just roses. But R.I.P. Eddie.
Well, now let's move on over to Clue. Oh, one of the greatest of all time. I love this movie so much. So, ladies, let me set the scene for you, and we're gonna nerd out all over again. Another Tim Curry classic. Clue came out Friday the 13th in December of '85. How perfect, right? Mm-hmm. Before our time, just a little bit before we were born. This is what was going on at the time. The president now was Reagan. The number one song was a song I didn't know, and I like played a little bit of it, and I still don't really know it. But maybe you guys know "Broken Wings" by the band Mr. Mister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I somehow missed
these broken wings.
Yes. I was like,
you hear it in the grocery store. Is where you hear it.
It really is a grocery store song. Yeah.
It's totally like CVS, like a pharmacy.
Yes.
You're
looking at the Lubriderms and face washes, and you hear that over.
It's the Lubriderm song. It's a Lubriderm song. Like, all right, this rings a bell, but I don't really know this. Right?
Oh
Well, that was the #1 song brought to you by Lubriderm. Other popular movies at this time, because Clue, unfortunately, like we've been saying, Clue was not a #1 hit at all. It opened at #6, it looks like, and it never really, got higher than that. So it is a true cult classic in that way. But other popular movies in December '85, Rocky IV, Jewel of the Nile, Spies Like Us, John Landis connection with Clue. I'll get to that in a second. And A Chorus Line, the movie, was about to come out as well with Michael Douglas, and that was talk about movie musical. So that's what was going on in December '85. Jackie, I'm going to throw it over to you this time. Do you want to tell us? I mean, it's pretty obvious, but what is Clue about? How would you describe it in your own short words?
So, set against a Cold War backdrop, you have a classic whodunit. 6 individuals are summoned to a mansion. They're being blackmailed by a mysterious host, and upon arriving, they find out that they're all weirdly connected through, government ties in Washington, D.C. You barely realize that it's a movie based on a board game. And, just murder and mayhem ensue. And all of it is sort of tied together by Tim Curry as the wacky butler, Wadsworth.
The physical comedy he does in this movie, all the running, all of them, right? But
the physical comedy is, I said it multiple times in my notes. It's beyond compare.
Yeah, I'm not a big slapstick, but it's done so well here.
Yeah, this is some of the top tier slapstick physical comedy, in the history, right? Yeah, the way they're all running, and I mean when he's explaining his theories and things, and falling on the floor, and how can you not enjoy it, right? Who doesn't like it, right? If you don't like it, you gotta go, right? So good.
Every person in this room has the perfect motive.
Stand back!
For murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
So, of course, yes, like Jackie said, based on the board game, which, it's funny, I feel like for the first act almost, we're not even really getting into, the classic board game stuff until, I guess, when we see, the weapons. It feels so, House on Haunted Hill. It feels so mystery of, bringing strangers together that then, you kind of remember, the wrench and in the billiard room, then we get
unless you were looking for it.
Exactly.
And they really did such a good job with that. And we can go into that, how much I love that.
Right, because a less good movie would kind of just go right into that, or I shouldn't even say less good. It would still be fun and great, but this movie takes its time really establishing character and a lot of detail, a lot of already mystery, which I appreciate, because obviously this movie isn't scary, but there are some shots that are creepy, and I love that. Some of these close-ups in the shadows and the whispers and the gloved hands,
with Yvette and
when the guy's on the phone, the cops on the phone, it gives me 80s horror vibes, which it makes sense because Debra Hill is a producer, and I always forget she co-wrote Halloween. Major horror.
Hill House is just funny because I was like, is that House on Haunted Hill House or the Haunting is called Hill House?
Well, Haunting of Hill House. So it's a clear homage to that. I feel like this brought back creepy spooky house movies.
Mansions. Mansion horror.
You're right. You might be onto something there because in 10 years prior, what we talked about with Rocky Horror, we had a lot of rise of slashers, violent stuff.
I feel like the 60s was a lot of mansion, The Haunting.
Yes, The Haunting.
And then this was with a bunch of other mansion movies, in the late 70s.
Turn of the Screw, was that 60s?
I think it might have been earlier back then, maybe 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean. Yeah, this really made the setting part of the fun horror element, rather than a killer or, So, and God, what a great house, and both inside and out. Oh, love it. I wish, how they have tours in the Scream house, Stu's house. I would love please? Can we please? I mean, I guess it's all
Well,
probably
We can
a big.
spend a night and
Didn't
like
it
do a
burn down,
fake
though?
clue.
Hold on.
Right. I was going to say, didn't something happen to the
fire.
set?
I wrote that down. A fire
Rebuild
in 2005.
What'd you say, Jackie?
Rebuild it.
I
Make
know.
an Airbnb.
So I didn't read up if they rebuilt anything because it's called the Max Bush House or something, and it was used for
We
the
don't need the
exterior and the ballroom scenes. Yeah, the exterior and the ballroom scenes is what it was used for. Burned down in 2005.
We don't need it. We just need an Airbnb that has the rooms, which if you guys have ever played, it's my favorite board game ever. And I would always be Miss Scarlet until I saw the movie. And then I would be Mrs. White after that. Because Mrs. White was like the domestic. She was always like, the maid.
That's funny. Yeah, she's a maid, but here she's, that's the maid. So I thought that was,
Right.
Yeah, they definitely made
always was Miss Scarlet. Always.
Right. Yeah.
But like the way the floor plan is exactly, these are the details I'm talking about. Right. It is exactly the floor plan of the game. They had people pulling up in cars that were the same colors as the game pieces.
Yeah.
Like it was just so clever.
Yeah, real quick, what do you guys think? Because I love the way, talk about fashion again. I mean, I love the way everyone is dressed. However, it is such a bold choice to not put them in
their
really
color,
any of their signature
or
colors.
the opposite, like Mrs. White's in black, Scarlet's in green,
in like nice green. I mean, they all look fantastic.
Color for palette they did, which I thought was cool. That way,
it's
go on the nose.
Does it work for you? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. White's jacket. Oh, I thought of you, Jackie. I was like, this is a jacket.
No, like 100%. I already had something in my wardrobe since at least 2006 that was like, giving Mrs. White vibes. I have actually even worn this to a funeral.
Did you wear the wig and the
I didn't wear the wig or the hat. The hat that I ditched. I was like, okay, you know what? This is getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
But no, good call, Jackie, on how the set that they built, that they made is exactly like the board game, because you feel it. You don't even have to really like study too much to really feel like, oh, yep, straight down there on the right, left,
conservatory is in the top left, and then you've got the billiard room across the hall. Like
I've always thought the board game, looking down, you're playing the board game. I've always loved one of life's most beautiful visuals is the board game of Clue. Like looking at the rooms, like you are God. You're looking at your house.
It's like a dollhouse.
Yes. And you're seeing all the rooms and all the things that could go on. I mean, man, it's just so fun. Oh, it's just
even the parquet flooring looks like the in-between tiles on the board. It's so clever. I cannot talk about how much I love this enough. It's
the look is so, I mean,
it's
it really
so smart.
We are seeing all the great set design work and just loving it. Absolutely. And also great cinematography and so good. So let me talk about, I mentioned Debra Hill. Love that there's some horror connection here. Directed by Jonathan Lynn, a British guy, I believe. And it's interesting. He had done a couple things, but not much. He seemed to be a little bit newer at directing film, at least. I think he had done one other thing, but he was pretty newer at this. Co-written by him and John Landis, who had more experience for sure. An American Werewolf in London, Animal House, comedy, and some horror, so you can feel he had just done the Twilight Zone movie, which I know is controversial because I'm pretty sure in his segment, didn't someone die? Making that,
No, I got a lot of feelings about John Landis, particularly related to that.
Yes, a lot of people do, because I know he didn't really handle it well. So I think he needed a hit, which Clue was not a hit, but he needed something to cover some other stuff that had just happened. So interesting time in his life.
We'll be right back.
But only one of these suspects is the murderer. Is it the timid Mr. Green?
Why are you screaming? Because I'm frightened of what? Screaming!
Or the militant Colonel Mustard?
If I was the killer, I would kill you next. Huh? I said if.
And then our guy, Tim Curry, we mentioned Legend, came out the same year in the UK, because I think I'm going to talk about Legend, but in 2026, because it didn't come to the US until 86. But so it came out, I believe, in the summer of 85 in the UK. So he had just done that, and he was Rooster in Annie, a role we have talked about.
Oh my God, I always forget about Annie.
I heard about that. I've seen Annie like one time. It's not my favorite, but it's a sentimental.
But he's singing Easy Street, with Miss Hannigan, and
weirdly, kind of is he kind of hot as Rooster too, guys? Like, I don't know.
Well,
I think so. I'm gonna Google him again real quick. Tim Curry Rooster.
My brain is
Oh
broken.
yeah. You know what he's giving? He's actually giving. Oh my god, I forgot he's with Bernadette Peters. Obviously,
Yes.
Yeah.
And Carol Burnett. It's
And Carol Burnett.
amazing.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
talking about
Maybe I'll
amazing
rewatch
casting.
Annie. Maybe I'll get another.
Right, but
This
he's
is my
giving a
top.
little bit of Gomez. Honestly, he's giving a little bit of Gomez.
Which
Addams
he
with
did
that
play
one.
Gomez in like a weird made-for-TV
Yes.
Addams Family with
sequel.
Daryl
You're
Hannah.
Right. Oh my god, with Daryl
No,
Hannah.
that is Family 3.
Yes.
And it wasn't made for TV. It's technically released. I think it was straight to video.
It was a straight to
Oh.
video.
I
Yeah.
only ever saw it on the Family Channel, and I
Right.
know that it's like
ABC
Saban who
Family.
did Power
Yes.
Rangers,
Yes.
so it wasn't
Yeah,
very
it was
high
really
budget.
bad. It
Yeah,
was
I
really
think it
bad.
was
Really
direct
bad.
to-
I think
it
it was
was
straight to
direct to
video.
video.
Okay.
Because I of course got it.
I forgot Daryl Hannah was Morticia, which actually is interesting casting, but she's
Wasn't
just such an
awful.
interesting
Yeah.
actor. Like very random choices, you know.
It was a
I
random
just-
movie.
I just
Steel
Yeah.
Magnolias.
right, and then Kill Bill, and then Morticia. You know, I just watched
Yeah.
Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair yesterday, and it was
Oh,
glorious.
so good. My friend went
It
to
was
see that
so-
too. My friend.
And you know what? 4.5 hours flies by. I also took a gummy, so I mean that kind of helped. But man,
Perfect.
it flew. I didn't even. And you know what? I peed right before part one.
You were
Sat
good.
through intermission. I
You
was
were-
good.
I'm proud of you.
If y'all
I
can
was
sit
good.
through Lord of the Rings Extended Edition, I know
Oh,
I can.
I can.
You can sit through Kill Bill. You're fine.
Right? And she's
Suck
just
it
so
up.
good in that.
You
She
got to
really
put your mind to it.
is. Right? You got to, yeah. And
Dehydrate
also,
yourself slightly.
yeah, dehydrate only a little bit of water and take a gummy because weed, at least for me, does dehydrate me. So there you go. Anyway, but that's a different movie. So let's talk about Clue. I want to ask you first up, everybody. I have two questions. First up, when did you first see this movie? When do you think? I can't remember exactly when, but for me, it was definitely at home, falling in love with it immediately. Must have been on cable for me. What about you, Jackie?
100%. It was like just a movie that was on TV when we got the good cable and it didn't have commercials. This was on a lot. So
Probably
I would
HBO or something, right?
not even that, like one of the weird movie channels, because my parents got like a cable package that had like Disney XD and like weird channels.
Yeah.
And so I have a very vivid memory of watching this and the Batman Beyond movie in the same day.
Oh, cool. Okay, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Animated.
That's very.
Yes.
How old
yes,
were you,
very
do you
specific.
think? Like
junior year of high school, I would say. And it was
okay.
yeah. And then, I mean, because people would make reference to it all the time. I know Katrina and I, after I finally saw it, would just constantly do the flames on the side of my face.
Flames.
Because she, to this day, still does it. And
Always. We always.
it's-
Oh my god.
Should we all do it? Ready? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
flames
Flames?
on the side of
Side
my
of my
face.
face.
On the side of my face.
Breathing,
Heaving
breath,
breath.
Breath.
See,
breath,
And I just love how he cuts her off. Like he's just like
Yvette,
completely
I
ad-lib.
hated her
Completely
so
ad-lib.
so
much. Completely ad-libbed, which is amazing. Madeline Kahn.
national treasure.
National
Like,
it's amazing that was ad-libbed. And you can feel it.
I
You can feel
know.
that that she's coming up with something and you
Yeah.
know, but
In the moment,
God.
she's
Yes, I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face, heaving breaths,
always forget that it comes so late in the movie. Because that flames moment,
yeah.
I just feel like
it's
that's
iconic.
what,
Yeah.
third ending?
it's like the last
Yeah.
ending, I
Yes.
feel like. It's like in the last few minutes
the
of the
last
movie.
ending when everybody's murdered someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah, when everyone's involved. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm glad we just did our little Madeline Kahn. But anyway, yeah. So you were probably like a junior. So I feel like that's kind of late to see it.
It
What
was
about you,
late.
Katie? Were you
Okay,
younger, you
so-
think?
I've known this movie forever. So Nina Holmes,
Oh.
myself, probably Lindsay Ferg, maybe Allison. I don't think you were ever involved, Mark.
I don't think so, but now I wish I
too.
was.
I know we used to. So this is middle school. Like almost every weekend, or not every week, but a lot. Watch Clue and play Clue at the same time.
That's
Love it.
amazing.
That's beautiful.
We really got into this like groove. We're like, all right, you want to like play Clue and watch Clue at the same time. So we not every weekend, but we did it quite a few times.
It was like
so,
your version of like Dungeons and Dragons, basically.
Yeah.
Clue Club, right?
We got like really into it. So I've been seeing this movie. The first time I probably saw it on TV or we rented it. I mean, because my parents were always renting movies, like a huge movie family.
Yeah.
And my dad would like record illegally, oopsies, rented Blockbuster movies. So we probably did that. And I watched it. But I can't remember exactly the first time. I was really young. It was like I said, we would play Clue and watch Clue at the same time. And like,
if Lindsay was involved,
early middle school.
I was going to say must be early middle school, right?
This is like, like it's sixth grade. So
yeah, that's probably around the time I discovered it too. I feel like I might have discovered it, if not on cable like HBO, maybe on like Comedy Central. I don't know but like, I feel like I have memories of watching it with like commercials and just being like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Comedy Central, I think, played it a lot.
Right. Yeah. Something like that. TBS. I don't know. It's hard to remember, but I was a kid.
TBS and TNT were huge.
Oh,
probably.
Like, they always showed the best movies.
How many movies did we discover on those channels? Right?
Disclosure. What were some Body of Evidence with Madonna?
Oh,
I've never seen that.
But I know it's very. That must have been really edited for TNT. Right?
Yeah,
it's like 2 minutes long. Like, and credits and it's done.
What was the one with Michael Caine where he was like spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Dressed to Kill?
I never.
Did you watch it? Oh, Katie. Okay, let's say no more. Katie, you haven't seen it? No. Oh my God.
I know of it, but
it's problematic.
Angie Dickinson is nude in the beginning. Did not know that because I only watched it on TV. Also based in Philadelphia.
Oh, is it really?
It is. It was shot in Philly.
The
art museum scenes are the Philadelphia Art Museum.
Oh my God, that's right. Yes, she's there. But then I feel, but then is it set in New York? Because then they're on the subway, or maybe they're just on the Philly subway. Because there's a great subway scene.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so Katie.
It's scary.
Today.
It is scary, scary, scary. Dressed to Kill. I actually think that could be remade, and it could be very interesting to like update it and see, because it's yeah. Oh,
it's so good.
Oh, so good. Let's not say anymore. Katie, you have homework. I'm so excited.
I know. I got 2 movies I want to watch today.
Dressed to Kill. Can I just say, and especially 1985, man, we had so many great movies of all genres. I know we think a lot of like 80s horror, 80s violence, but 80s comedy like this, like we got so many great movies in the mid-80s.
Movies, horror.
Fantasy, you're right. Sci-fi.
Fantasy had a huge comeback. Sci-fi, absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then the sweeping dramas, like I know Out of Africa was around this time as well, with Meryl and Robert Redford. Like, I just feel like, whoa, like there was really interesting stuff being made around, this time. So just want to shout that out. Like Back to the Future, which I still need.
Yes. And crazy to think Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future and Christopher Lloyd in this movie. Same. Christopher Lloyd.
But
same year.
Right? Yeah, same year, 85.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. 85 to 55, 54. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Big year for him. But he feels so different.
Different.
He's so, out of all of them, which
both
now I'm going to ask.
Are two different.
Yeah, very different professors, right? But out of our great cast, he's like probably the quietest one. He's the most subdued, So not that you forget about him, but and then Back to the Future, he is the exact opposite. He is bouncing off the walls. So, man, what a guy. But now I want to ask you, ladies, and then we'll nerd out about favorite moments and everything. Who is your favorite character in Clue? I know we love them all, but who is the one, like Jackie, for you? Is it Mrs. White?
It's Mrs. White.
Yeah. Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I probably have to say,
what about you, Katie?
Mrs. White as well.
Mrs. White?
Yeah. She's some of the best lines. Like most of the lines, my favorite lines that I wrote down are hers.
Yeah.
Yes. The husband should be next soft,
disposable.
And disposable.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
And she has one of the best lines, which I've only really realized it's so funny later in life, which was, how many husbands have you had? Mine or other women's?
Yes.
Five. Just the five. It's like, just the five.
Flies are where men are the most vulnerable. It's just
so good. And she just delivers everything so. What's great is everyone's so separate in their personalities, right? And she is barely emoting. She's so kind of out there, distant.
When she
very-
dies, it's up here. Yeah.
Mhm. I love Mrs. White, but I have to say, it's so hard because I really love all these characters. I mean, Wadsworth aside, there's something about Miss Scarlet, Leslie Ann Warren with her
I do love
with her
Miss Scarlet.
very
She's so
sly
good.
smile. I
Yeah.
love how playful she is.
Yeah.
I've always I mean, everyone's great, but the women for me really
Stand out.
The women
really
are,
stand out. Because
Yeah,
Eileen
I love
Brennan
Miss
as Miss
Peacock.
Peacock is
Her
hilarious.
hysterical screaming, like
Oh my
God.
she's going, like, and this was her first movie after,
Rehab.
like, yeah, because she was
Oh,
in rehab.
wow.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's kind of
interesting.
sad.
He
Oh
just
my
came out of
God.
rehab, and
Yeah.
Leslie Ann Warren stepped in because he was going to play. Was
It was
it
going to be
Carrie
someone else.
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
He
Right.
went into rehab, so they
Right.
got Leslie Ann Warren
Yeah.
last minute and ended up being amazing. But
That's
yeah,
right.
so that was interesting. I saw that. I was like, yeah, Mrs. Peacock's coming out of rehab. Carrie Fisher went in. So
It's so interesting because obviously we know Carrie Fisher, was sexy as Princess Leia, but
Yeah. would have been
man,
interesting.
it would have been
Yeah.
interesting.
She would have been
'cause
drier as Miss
she's got
Scarlet.
such
Which
a
might have been
drier,
great.
Very
point.
I loved
acerbic,
it.
like
Yes.
it's just
Right.
it would have been a different delivery. Whereas Leslie Ann Warren is a little bit more of a
Slinky.
traditional, like
She's
yes,
right?
Yeah.
She's-
Yeah.
She acts with her shoulders,
she's
and I love it.
campier. She's more
Yes.
of like a stage actress. I think
Right.
that honestly, if we didn't have Susan and Rocky Horror, I think that Leslie Ann Warren would have made an amazing Janet.
You're so
Yeah.
right. 'Cause she was
Yeah.
Cinderella. She was
Yes,
one of the
oh my
Cinderellas. I
God.
love that one.
Other
I
than
grew up
Brandy,
watching
that
one.
is my favorite Cinderella.
Amen. Those two icons. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. But so yeah, she can easily do that kind of like virginal, sweet. But here it's fun to see her be, just not too much, but it's a little sexified,
Fly.
you know.
Fly.
And I just love the way she smiles at people and
Yeah.
she
Put men in
she's
their place.
figuring
She's a
things
madam.
out.
She's got that like I'm
Yeah.
smart.
because
I'm
she makes
reading-
everyone
I'm
nervous.
reading-
I mean,
Knowing worldly, like
Yes.
yeah.
and how she
very
finishes
well.
some people's sentences and like,
Mhm.
and she ruffles everyone, and I really love that. So she and like I said, the women are great, but I have to give the edge to Miss Scarlet and I think Mrs. Peacock, just because Mrs. Peacock is so
She's so funny.
goofy.
Frantic.
Her screams, her talk about some good physical comedy, just
Yeah.
flailing, and
It's like a ball of anxiety and just
I love
like
when she
well, I hate silence.
With the arms through the like
the arms of with the
Undulating.
cook. Oh
Yes.
my God, I forgot about that great scene where they are making out with dead bodies, basically.
and she's just behind the curtain going,
Yeah, and she's just like, and then the cop's like, well, nothing's wrong. Everyone's having a good time.
Oh, that was great. And Wadsworth's
good.
like, oh, really? Like,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
this is America. We're free. He's like, I didn't know that.
and in the 50s, I'm like, this wouldn't have happened.
Mrs. White, who helped her husband on his way.
Well, it's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
Miss Scarlet, who's helped many men along the way.
Practice makes perfect.
I wrote in my notes, great cast.
And
Yes.
even Yvette, because I feel like
Colleen
someone-
Camp.
Colleen
Mrs.
Camp.
Flick. Tracy
Oh
Flick's
my-
mom
Tracy
from
Flick's
Election.
mom. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's her.
It's
Mhm.
like literally the only thing that I remember her from is from
I feel like
Election.
these two movies, are like my most Colleen Camp. Although I feel like there's something else she did in the '90s. I want to say she was in House Arrest, but I don't think that was
He
Colleen Camp.
wasn't.
No.
Yeah, I'd have to look
But something
up.
like that, But
Yeah.
man, talk about a babe. She's so
Yeah.
funny. I feel like Yvette doesn't get enough of a
No.
spotlight because she
Yeah.
is so funny and she's got a lot to do. I know
Her
we think of
accent cracks me up.
Her
I was
accent is-
listening. Like I can't
Oh
even
my
do French accent.
I
Like, it's
always
so
my
fake and
first
amazing
watch.
and-
My first watch, I loved "Oui, oui, madame." Oh no, I
Oui,
just need to powder my nose. And how she's like,
Yes.
right. Oh,
What's crazy is we
Dated-
could have had Demi or Madonna,
Madonna.
in
Or
that.
Or
Do you
Jennifer
think-
Jason Lee. Jennifer Jason Lee.
oh,
was
Jennifer
up there,
Jason
too.
Lee. Interesting. I
I
can't
was
picture.
really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because this was around. This was, I guess, a little after
85,
Fast Times.
Fast, like 3 years after Fast
Right
Times.
around- yeah.
82. So yeah, she would have been. I mean, young, but
I
Hollywood.
can't picture Yvette not being. No offense to Jennifer Jason Lee, but Yvette
No.
just. I mean, with her cleavage. I mean, she's got to be a.
Well, that's
very-
why she got the roles, because she
Right.
was like,
She auditioned with her titties out. She was
Yeah,
like,
tig old
I'm doing
bitties.
it. Yeah, tig old bitties. Yeah, she knew what she was
But
doing.
Debbie or Madonna, Madonna makes a lot of sense for her
Madonna,
career at the
yeah.
time, and for that. But I don't think she would have been as funny.
Agreed. I was
You know
thinking
what I
the same thing because Colleen Camp's really funny,
She's
and especially
funny.
where Madonna is. We've seen her act. it's hit or miss with acting.
Yeah.
I love Madonna, but
I think Madonna would
if
have made
Madonna
her
did
very
it,
cute, you
she
know?
would have not done the French maid thing. She would have done a camp
Yes.
little voice like
yeah,
this.
She
it
would've-
would have been like,
who's that girl?
all the way Meg. That's what I was
Right.
thinking. All the way
Yes.
May, not Meg. All the way May.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. I would exactly, Jackie. I was
Yes.
thinking like
Yeah.
that's how she would play, which wouldn't have been. I mean, it would have been funny because I
it
do
would've been
love,
really
I
funny.
do love League of Their Own. I love her in that.
Yes.
So, but
Oh
it would have been literally the same character, I think. Which whatever. Yeah, but
It would have been a little tough and like a little like,
yeah.
well, I don't
I
know.
like the French maid. Like it's such
Yeah.
a the French
Yes.
maid stereotype. I love that.
Mhm.
It's
And
great.
then Demi would have looked great, but it's tough because Demi's such
She's very
a,
young,
in the
too.
best
She's a
way.
baby in it.
She's so normal. She's so
Yeah.
that like,
Well, she was accessible, which is why she did so well in the Brad
Yes,
Pack movies, is
of
because
course.
it was like she was somebody that seemed like somebody that you could know
Yeah,
Absolutely,
like
yeah,
she's
she was so
beautiful
grounded.
but approachable. She's not
Yes.
so
and had a natural acting style. And Colleen Camp
Yeah.
is so much campier
Yeah.
campier.
and more fun.
Mhm.
I think that she's perfect.
I
She
agree.
plays that airhead very well.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
fits in with the ensemble so well because, and I was watching her every now and then, like the way she kind of like sometimes knows what's going on and then sometimes isn't even listening.
Yeah,
It's just great, you know? It's so-
yeah. I feel
Well,
like
and-
her and Colonel Mustard are like the airheads of the group because Colonel
Yes,
Mustard-
surprisingly. And like I
Mhm.
loved that like Michael McKean usually was known for playing like dumb characters in like the 70s and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like once you got to the 80s, he started doing fun stuff like Spinal Tap, and
Right.
then
Mhm.
this, like he was actually kind of cute in this movie,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
Yeah, he is
like
adorable. His
surprising.
glasses. Brad,
Oh, yeah.
Brad
It's the
with his
glasses.
That's right.
It must
That's what I
be the
was saying.
glasses.
I feel like
Mother
Brad
Teresa.
and Mr. Green are like, right? Basically.
Yeah, she
Interchangeable.
looks a lot like Brad in this. I
Yes.
feel with the
But,
glasses
like,
and the hair and the
Low key, also like low key queer representation until we undo it with the last
Yes,
ending.
with
I'm gonna
that
go
last-
home and sleep with my wife.
That line, and then cut to credits, like we are
Yeah.
done. Right?
I remember,
It's such a
like, yeah.
line. Oh my god.
I know it is a
But,
great,
like-
it's a great line, even though
Oh, it's a great line. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's perfect because it shows that really you can't believe everyone. You know, like
Mhm.
this, especially with that last ending where he does work for the FBI, right? And he knows everything and he figured it out. But then even we can't fully trust, you know, because he's also lying. I love it. I think it's great. But no, you're right. Yeah, 1985, you know, to be a queer character. And then there are a couple queer jokes. I like that there are very few. It's not
Yes,
it's not the fun of the joke.
it's not the focus, it's not
It's
the
smart
butt. It
writing.
is really
They're not-
relaxed. The writing is so intelligent.
So
There's a
quick.
joke a minute.
Yes.
Like the only person that I can compare the writing style to of just like how quickly paced it is, like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, like Amy Sherman Palladino.
Yeah.
I know that she's a
Fast.
little divisive, but like
I like her
am
stuff.
I'm a
Mhm.
fan.
Yeah.
It's fast paced, lots of jokes. Even like, oh God, what was the one when they were at the table and she's like, they were talking about Rudyard Kipling. And
Oh,
she's like,
yeah.
oh no, thank you. And she was like refusing the kippers or whatever. And she's
Right.
like, oh no, thank you, I'm full.
Yeah.
Uh,
A lot of it,
was
especially
just
when we were
very
kids, goes
clever.
right over my head.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even with every rewatch, I catch a joke that because
Yeah.
they were directed and they're performing so well in such sort of deadpan, like they are
So
not
quick.
playing for laughs at all.
No.
You know, for much of it, right?
Yeah.
But therefore, like sometimes you kind of need a little bit of like a hint that like, okay, this is a joke. So a lot of it,
It's so quick and
You
so
missed it.
different. But it's funny, like Offset, they were cracking up so much. Like,
Yes.
they were- yeah, that Michael McKean was like, all right, guys, we got to be serious.
It's
here."
serious.
is there a blooper reel anywhere to be found? Do we know? Are there outtakes, bloopers?
If there is a blooper reel
Oh,
of
no.
Young Frankenstein, there has to be a blooper reel
Oh,
of Clue.
my
Oh, there
God.
has to be. This is what was on a DVD with the DVD special and
Mhm,
special
mhm.
features. That's what
Right.
I missed about. Right, we
I
always
missed
talk
those.
about love the streaming; it's easy, but the DVD special features,
Having that
oh,
in the commentary. Some
And
streamers do have a commentary for like certain movies, but
they do. I
having all
don't
those
know.
good bonuses, right?
But I
Some of
did-
the best commentary was off of like really early DVDs. I would say
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
1990, not even 1999, like 2000,
I think-
2001.
Yes,
late 90s,
right,
early 2000s.
right.
Yeah.
Like when it was a
DVD
new
was kinda-
medium, and like the
Here's
The-
what you're getting.
Yeah,
the
they
idea
were
of the
throwing it
bonus
all
stuff.
out there.
to the point where like some new DVDs that didn't really have bonus features, it was like, ugh, like what do you
Yeah.
mean? Not even
Yeah.
like a couple trailers, you know,
Yeah.
I don't get a
always
music video
Right, a
for
music
my
video.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like,
I always loved, besides like the deleted scenes, those were my go-to on DVDs. I always loved if they had like TV spots, like the commercials, because
yes.
trailers, you know, we could always find, but like seeing like those 15-second or 30-second commercials, something about that just felt like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's a time capsule.
Deleted
you know?
scenes was my jam.
Deleted scenes, of
my
course,
jam.
an alternate
Or alternate
ending.
ending.
If they
I love an
added-
alternate ending.
Mhm.
Well, I actually own the missing pieces from Fire Walk with Me.
Oh.
Because which is literally like an hour and a half of just cut scenes from Fire Walk with Me. I love a deleted scene so much that I will watch an entire movie length like cut version.
Well, that's
of
Lord of the
deleted
Rings.
scenes.
That's like the 5-hour Lord of the Rings. I'm like,
I only watched the extended version because
I haven't watched the regular version in like since I saw it in the theaters.
well, because they don't do Boromir and Faramir justice.
No.
Sorry,
No.
Faramir
Sorry, we're
Gurley
going
over
off
here.
track, but it is so true.
Yes,
I
it
This
is.
is when my eyes glaze over because I'm like, I saw the Lord of the Rings movies each one in the theater, and
And I'm like, I have a
good.
Lord of the Rings poster right there that I'm looking at in my office.
Professor Plum, who's looking for a way.
I'm looking.
Mrs. Peacock,
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, but I am determined to enjoy myself.
The fact that this was made from a board game, it could have gone.
Yes.
This is the first movie ever made from a board game, which I didn't realize.
That's
And
amazing.
it could, it could have gone really not great.
Oh
But
yeah,
I think because it was so well written, the dialogue was so quick, the cast was great, the chemistry was great, of course we talked about the details of the mansion and everything. It just really worked, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Like again, like I was finding myself rewatching, trying to write down like favorite lines, but they were going so fast.
Oh,
Like,
I had to keep
I'm gonna have
pausing.
to just look them up later. Yeah, because I'll go
Right.
on like the internet and be like, okay, favorite lines, because I couldn't keep up because I'd be writing one like, oh shit, I just missed, So I'm like, all right, I have
Yes.
to put the notes aside and just watch and then go
Right.
back to. I think that's why it worked. Yeah, like it's so funny, and it's funny like it didn't do well in the theaters, and I kind of get why. It could be like a hard sell, maybe.
maybe people
Like,
thought it was
a board
like,
game
corny,
movie, like
right?
right. It could be like cheesy, dumb, but then when people saw it, kind of like Rocky Horror, they're like, oh, this is actually really great, and then it grew into a cult following. So
And it kind of is the reverse of Rocky Horror in that this was not a stage play, but it feels like one. And now it is a stage
And
play.
now it
They
is stage play.
just performed that at one of my favorite theaters.
Oh,
I would
fun.
love to see the stage play. Oh,
There's a few different versions and there's a musical version, but no, yeah, they have actually adapted this movie script for
That's awesome.
stage.
And it
too.
works.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Do you
They
know,
kind of
Jackie,
did
do they
runs
do
of
the
that
different
too.
endings?
So
Or-
it depends on which night that you go.
Oh,
It's really
okay.
exciting.
so that's what they did originally with the movie.
Yes.
Because they got, like the 3 endings, and then they're
Yes.
like, oh, people will see it 3 times to get the different, and it like didn't work out.
Well, and John Landis only did it so that more people would go to see the movie,
Right.
and
It's
because it was like a
multiple
money making gimmick, and
Yeah.
people were like, "Nah, I've seen it. I don't need to see
Yeah.
it. I don't need to see it again."
Interesting.
It was an
Yeah.
interesting idea, but people were like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, because I know, we've heard news. It's been kind of out there for a while that there's a reboot in the works. And also there's now a reality show in the works, which could be very fun, like a
that could be
Clue
fun.
murder mystery reality show in a mansion. I mean, it's basically already The Traitors, but
Yeah.
I was literally like the Traitors.
it's
like,
kind of The Traitors, right? Which, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of The Traitors Celebrity UK, and Jesus,
I'm
it's
so
much fun.
behind. I'm
It's such
so
joy.
behind.
Please
I
watch.
don't like reality TV, but I do.
If
really
my
like
bangs were
Oh.
longer, I'd be giving Claudia Winkleman.
You would be giving Claudia.
Would?
You need to add on even more like eyeliner, and, like,
Eyeliner.
a turtleneck.
so much more
and like a spray tan.
Yes,
And
Got to get the spray tan.
she's amazing. But
I love her.
and then there's the
funny.
movie reboot, which it's risky because I love this movie
I
so
know.
much,
And
but
it was gonna be Ryan Reynolds, who I love.
Mhm.
But
and Jason
I-
Bateman, I feel like I heard, and maybe Melissa McCarthy. There were a couple other names, but Ryan Reynolds would be producing it and starring in it.
This was back in 2016. I mean, it's 10 years
I
later.
know it's been in the mix for a while. Every
They
now and then I
said-
see like a new headline about it, but
well,
then
and Zach Krieger had
Yeah,
expressed
Zach Krieger.
interest, and I'm just like,
oh,
2024 was the last update with Zach Krieger. 2024.
oh,
and-
that is
but-
interesting. But then it would need to be. I mean, he's just so good at taking it so far. It would need to be a little dark and twisted, and
I
it's like
literally
I
was
want
gonna say,
to be
you'd
that
make it
dark. and
darker.
twisted.
I don't. I want it to be
Yeah.
fun and light
Yeah.
and silly. Like
the board
again,
game. Like, it
the
should be
board
fun.
game is funny. Like, I
funny
mean,
and
you
fun.
literally. I mean, we didn't even talk about. There's a guy literally named Mr. Body,
Yeah.
Boddy.
the guy that they got to play him is leaving. It's amazing.
They hired him. Like, he's actually a singer of a
Fear.
metal
The band.
Oh,
they
that's
trashed
right.
SNL. Like they're really famous for
Oh
like
my
being
God.
a very destructive punk band.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, leaving because he's going to be leaving soon. I was like, that's hilarious. And now anytime I see the name pop up, I'm like, that's hilarious.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Leaving soon. Yeah.
Nobody's here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so the camp is so perfect because I think any more could maybe turn some people off, right?
Yeah.
Any less would make it maybe a little dull, a little too dull, right?
Yeah.
So that how they're all leaning into it, but still kind of keeping a straight face. It's a really fine line of a comedy. I think that's why it stands out because, you know, so many other movies would go in the other direction more, you know?
Yeah, and the physical stuff
Brownie.
is even really subtle until you get to the end. But like the whiskey pouring where he's just like, like, pouring it all over the glasses and squeezing behind the bar. And they're just like, they're both like trying to squeeze out from behind the bar at the same time. Just like simple, silly stuff.
I love Mr. Green breaking the table and falling.
Yes. He was Michael McKean.
I love the soup slurping scene.
The slurping. Oh my God.
Like,
they're all like kind of annoyed.
Everyone's just like staring at them. Like little.
There's a lot of awkward moments. Like I forgot how silent the drawing of straws, the matches is, and how we spend a lot of time with no dialogue. But it's so oddly funny. Like I love that it's just so quirky because
we're just
for like a solid 2 minutes. We're just like, man, it's like not even that. There's no sound, right? There's no clearing of the throat, and everyone. I just love how the women like. None of the women like the men. They're all like especially in that scene when they're paired up. They're like,
ugh, you.
Right?
Or did the butler do it?
No.
And even Mr. Green, who's gay, there's that fun moment when I think it's Yvette. It's like, oh, well, will anyone go with me? And it's like, I will. And then he just goes, he's like, no, thank you.
And then they get paired up.
Even like some of the little cameos that they have were just like Jane Wadland from the Go-Go's as the singing telegram.
Oh, is she from the Go-Go's?
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
And she was in Bill and Ted. She was Joan of Arc.
Wow.
Yes.
I love the singing telegram, guys. That's probably the thing I quote the
that was
most.
like our favorite scene.
Just a small moment.
Like Nina and I would crack up at that every time we'd watch it.
It was just so small. You don't have to be like really, it's broad, but like it's a small moment and they didn't spend a lot of time on it. And it was just funny. And then when they bring her in and just drop her on the ground.
Just moving bodies, just dropping. Yeah. And it's funny. I forgot that, I love the singing telegram girl so much. And that bell and like, that's one of a moment when I just love how the movie does embrace some seriousness because when she rings the bell, I'm pretty sure that's then when we get tight close-ups of all of our leads, including Yvette, I believe. Yeah. And I just love that. The lighting, the shadows, and it's fast. And again, I love how this movie doesn't really rely on sound that much. The only sound is the bell ringing. There's a movie today would go bell ringing, and the music would be loud, telling us how to feel. That is bell, and then it's silent, and then fast cuts of silence. It's spooky. It gives me like prom night vibes. I don't know. The way you know what I mean? The way this is shot, at times I'm like, maybe because I just watched that a couple months ago, rewatched it for the first time in a long time, that like, I'm like, ooh, okay, mid 80s, like spooky,
good use of silence versus
it's like ambient noise versus like a soundtrack.
Versus forcing us to feel it. We're just feeling it in the room with them. I really like that. You know, and of course, then the music is great. Not only the actual like shake, rattle, and roll, and I
do love the entrance music. It's so perfect.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good score as
the
well.
Running music,
the running
at the end.
I try to find that every now and then. I'm like Clue running ending music. Like, where Where
I can
is
run
that?
around my house to that music.
Right?
And I'm chasing things. Yeah.
Right?
I wrote in my notes, I love the music. Like the
Yes.
use of silence when appropriate, but then the music when in
And
the,
then,
the insane zany moments.
Because
when
it
the
makes
music-
it feel more frantic. Like
Yes.
Tim Curry
Yeah.
running was giving me, because I had just watched it, these are like, we have a psychotic guest, get in your rooms, like in Home Alone 2.
Oh,
Yes.
It's that same, like, where
Yes.
he's running and doing like the high knees and
Yes.
everything, was giving the same performance as he
Yes.
did as the, hotel maitre d' or whatever.
Yeah, you're so right. I love those little connections, right? Because there's definitely some Wadsworth in Home Alone 2 for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So good.
Well, and he has the best smile too. So it's like, I
It's
love
so
when Tim Curry
devilish,
smiles.
right?
It is, and it's like in every movie, there's a point where he just like in
Just gives
Rocky
up.
Horror, in
Yep.
this,
Big grin. Right?
yes,
Yes. Like whenever he opens the door for the motorist, the cop, like I love my favorite shots of the movie are when they can fit them all in there.
Yes.
You know, I know they open the door and they're all there.
I love it all at the door. Yeah.
Right?
And then
And his
when the motorists want to come in,
smile.
they're all like, hold on.
Yes.
I love that scene.
Yes. Well, out of all the deaths, we see some good deaths. Is there one that you like the most? Is there one that's most memorable for you? I mean, Telegram Girl is iconic.
yes.
Is there another one?
That's honestly my favorite.
I think Yvette's death is always pretty
Yvette, because
wild.
the rope is like, to me, a very, very personal, like
Yes.
slow death.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. If you listen to true crime podcasts, it takes a long time to strangle someone.
And a lot of strength.
And a lot of strength. So
Brutal.
the rope, to me, like that death, I'm always like, because that's not a quick death. You got to hold that rope for at least 3 to 5 minutes, but at least. And then if you're stronger, you can maybe break the hyoid. But anyway, but
God.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that death to me, I'm like, ooh.
And also the
It's the
whispering.
most brutal.
It's brutal because
it's
you
the most
have to
horror
stay
movie.
with it. You have to. That's
Yeah.
a lot of rage. Hence,
Oh, yeah.
making sense because she hates that. So
So
please, let him be. So to me, that last ending makes sense. That this is white because that type of death takes time.
Yes.
Rage.
And rage.
It's really like a
revenge.
knife and a gun. It's quick, and you're like, you could, but rope, you got to stick with it, and you
Yeah.
have to mean it. So that's why I'm like that murder. Sorry, I'm getting into true crime.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. I
Me,
mean, it's-
like Mrs. White
of crimes.
murdering her makes the most
Right?
sense.
yeah, out of the endings, we get 3. I wish we got more.
There
But
was a fourth one.
yeah.
Oh, was
Didn't
there?
they say it was like too dark?
So it was too dark.
Oh.
So it was going to be where Wadsworth like poisoned everybody, and so he reveals at the end that everyone's like slowly like dying. He poisoned them, and that it ended with him like trying to escape the house and getting eaten by the dogs, like killed by the dogs.
oh,
And
yikes.
so
Okay.
they were like,
I love that, but maybe for a different movie.
a little bit grim. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit grim. So there was going to be a
Someone's
fourth one,
gotta-
but they were like, that might be a little too dark. Because again, it's this movie kind of.
That's a
Balance
really good
the
spoiler
line.
ending, though,
Because
right?
again,
That's a
yeah,
good, like, I don't know, Ready or Not, or like another kind of movie could pull that ending off, right?
It's another good mansion,
Ooh.
Ready or Not.
Well, there's a really good mansion movie. Did you guys see Abigail from a couple years ago? I feel
Yes.
like we talk about it.
Katie
The
was
vampire?
Abigail for
I was
Halloween.
there for Halloween.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, you were.
I have
Talk
seen
about
it.
it. I love that. That's a great mansion.
Great
That's
mansion
a
movie.
great addition to the mansion horror mystery movies.
So good.
Yes,
That's a good
yes,
one.
yes.
Ready or Not 2 is going to come out. the next
Yes,
one.
and it's got
What a
SMG, so you know I'll be watching.
SMG. Oh my
I know
god.
the cast is great.
I just saw.
Yeah.
I think she just posted a video, pictures of. It's like the 3 blondes. It's her, Samara Weaving, and oh god,
Catherine
Newton. Newton. Oh,
Yeah,
I love her so
I love
much.
her.
But
Yeah.
like, these 3 beautiful blondes. I'm like, oh my god, this movie.
Yeah.
This
I'm
movie
excited.
doesn't even need to be that good. It's gonna be great no matter what with them. You know
It's
what I
just
mean?
gonna be
Like,
fun.
it's
It's going to be so fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the last one was so fun.
I really love the whole mansion, whether it's haunted or a killer's on the loose. I love a mansion movie, It's just that classic, and you know what's funny? Scream 3, which had a big anniversary earlier this year, 25. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's so Scooby-Doo. But really, when you think about it, the whole franchise is actually very
Yes.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Rewatching Clue for the 10th time, 20th time, I actually think, no, we should be saying Scream 3 isn't so Scooby-Doo. It's actually so Clue. Because
Yeah.
half the movie
Yeah.
is in the mansion. And we got Parker Posey, going a little too far. Love her. But, like, it becomes a comedy, And I realized rewatching Clue, I'm like, oh, no, there is Clue DNA all over Scream 3. you know, revolving trapdoors.
Oh my
like,
God, yes.
Right?
I haven't
totally
really
forgot
watched that
about
movie in a long time.
Oh, rewatch it. It
I
really is
remember
so
there
good.
were
I'm giving a little Courtney Cox with these things.
Yes, you are. Oh my God, Mrs. White is
little
Courtney
shoulder,
Cox.
Jackie, just a little shoulder.
Just a little bit shorter, so
Jackie.
they're almost sticking out.
Yeah,
Almost
but
sticking
you
out,
know what?
you
The
know.
bangs at this level still look okay.
They're reasonable.
Yeah, we got to bring him to a level that's not okay, right? Yeah, gotta cut him shorter. But no, yeah, I just really saw connections, whether they were intentional or not, between Clue and Scream 3 on this rewatch. So just want to shout that out.
Yeah.
But ladies, any other moments, lines? I wrote so many lines. If we want to go through
so
our
many
notes
lines.
and say any lines that we didn't even get to yet.
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Oh,
I use them all the time when I'm doing math. Like when I'm like, 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 plus and some people get it from though. But whenever I have to do like any math, I like do that out loud, like as a joke.
And you get a letter, and you got a letter, and you got a letter. Like, it's so funny.
And
I love with the numbers real quick. I just love when Wadsworth realizes it, and I think the chandelier, it's right at the one of the endings. The chandelier, a second chandelier falls. Notice how the first chandelier we don't see it fall. I think that was a safety thing because we see it and then we cut to something else when it crashes, and then we come back to Colonel Mustard, Martin Mull, and he's, I don't know, I was really watching that like with my like a close eye, and I was like, okay, I wonder if that was a safety thing, because notice how there were a lot of actors around it. Whereas the last chandelier, it's only Martin Mull, Colonel Mustard, and 1 or 2 detectives in the background. Like we see someone standing, we can't see their face, they're on the stairs. So I'm just thinking, I wonder if they were wearing a mask. And then there's a guy way in the back that probably wouldn't get hit, you know? Yeah. And so they, I guess, Colonel Mustard's just like, maybe they put something on his back to maybe protect him. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't real glass.
It's behind him.
It's behind him.
It's like eyes, like shards of glass with your
right. But I was noticing with the first chandelier, his back is to the chandelier both times, but in the first time, the real shock in the beginning of our leads are facing the chandelier. So I'm sure they were like, we're not going to actually shoot it falling. They probably let it fall and carefully brought people in and then said, all right, it just fell, action. And so that way, we're seeing the reaction. I don't know. That's like my movie maker brain. Where I'm like, I wonder if that's what they did. But I'm still shocked they did drop one in the end. I think that's pretty.
I can't take any more scares.
Yes. Oh,
I'll say that every once in a while when because of all the plugs on my Spricket issue. I'm like, I can't take any more scares. And I turn into the Spricket.
Oh my God.
Know it. Mark knows.
The first act, let's say, the first 15 to 20 minutes, meeting everyone. I do feel like with the, the DC connection, politicians, for me, I don't know if I'm just getting slow in my old age. It's a little fast. I was like, wait, hold on, everyone. Slow down. Who's connected to who? But I think maybe that's intentional to kind of
throw you off.
Right. Yeah. And then once we get into
extra characters are related to, except for Mr. Green. So like the motorist is really and
Mr. Green is innocent in every single ending.
Yes. Isn't that funny? Yeah.
I told you I didn't do it.
Well, I love the McCarthyism overtones,
communism was a red herring.
Yeah, communism was the red herring. Exactly.
My wife. I was like,
yeah. She was a socialist, or she had friends that were socialists.
Yeah. Which I feel like in this environment nowadays, it's kind of coming back.
I had a moment where I was at Thanksgiving, and it's like, well, that sounded really socialist, and I'm like, I think I'm just a socialist. It's like,
Jackie, careful.
I thought you were going to say, I think I'm in Clue. No, I mean, no, I usually lean more towards socialist ideas. So yeah. But it's just so funny, especially in 1985, whenever socialism is brought up, everyone is like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Especially
because
the witch hunt. Yeah.
Well, and even just looping in because they get the call from
Yes.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Let's say that. He's on everybody else's. Why wouldn't he be on mine? Yeah.
But it's like he was suspected. He's suspected of being a closeted homosexual.
Oh, 100% he was.
It was interesting that they kind of incorporated that in with Mr. Green. So it's again clever.
Good thinking, Jackie. I didn't even get that far. You're right. And I saw that Hoover movie with Leo and his lover Armie Hammer. That's right.
Oh, he was 100%.
I'm remembering now.
And he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Hey Rewinders, I'm pausing this great chat with Jackie and Katie to remind you that if you're loving this show, please leave a rating and or review on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, a thumbs up on YouTube, and send this episode link to your movie-loving friend or family member. Now, we have a new suspect to consider, and that's my old friend Tracy Martin, who is another big fan of Clue. Here's Tracy.
Hey there, this is Tracy Martin, and I'm a diehard fan of Clue. I don't just watch it, I live it. The cast was flawless. The dialogue, unhinged. Flames on the side of my face was perfection. Multiple endings, you got it. It was iconic, bold, and ahead of its time. Somehow it gets funnier every single time you watch it. Clue isn't just a movie to me, it was camp, chaos, and a personality trait. And remember, communism was just a red herring.
Paramount Pictures invites you to an evening of mystery,
Let us out!
murder,
This is getting quite serious.
and madness. In the movie that makes a scene of the crime.
Because I was going to ask you guys like what ending you feel like, and I feel like the third ending makes
Third
the most
ending's my
sense to me.
favorite.
I was going to say, yeah.
It makes the most sense to me.
It's the most fun where everyone's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's very fun seeing, I mean, that's why, call me crazy, I would see more endings where everyone gets their big killer reveal moment,
Yeah.
like at a Scream, right? I would
So,
watch it all. And
they were going to do that. They were
Right.
actually, but it was
and it
going
is
to
a
be
lot.
a
It would
2.5 hour
be
movie.
7 endings, right? So
Yeah,
like, it's a
too long
lot.
of a movie because they
I
wanted to
Is
have
it what? It's only 87 minutes or something
Quick.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a short
But if
movie.
they had like a situation where every character was the killer at some
Yeah.
point before the ending where everybody
They would have to get shorter and shorter. Like that, there would almost be comedy in that where it's like, okay, the first few are like the full, and
Yeah.
then by the last like 2, it's probably like, they'd have to literally shorten the explanation or make a joke, like almost like a meta joke out of it. Like, all right, well, like I love how they say multiple times, to make a long story short, too late.
Too
So
late.
you could almost bring that back for an ending that involves everyone getting their ending. And
Yeah.
still saying like, okay, too late. We got to wrap up the movie, guys. Like there could have been something fun there, right?
Yeah.
But no, I
No,
think we
we
all
could've done
agree.
it.
The best ending is when they're all involved.
They're all
Everyone has
yeah.
like killed someone. Everyone has a strong motive. Again,
Yeah.
of course.
And it
without-
makes the most sense to me,
Yeah.
because you introduce these extra characters like the telegram girl, the motorist, that they're all
And
related.
even what they're
I do love that.
swapping
Yeah.
is the Agatha Christie and then there were none.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and then they all did it. Spoiler alert for a
Right.
really old novel.
What a classic story.
Damn it,
Yeah,
Jackie,
so good.
spoiled a 100, 200-year-old novel.
Katie's like, what's it called? And then there were none? Let me look that up.
Jonathan Lynn, one of the best things he's ever done is give us My Cousin Vinny.
Yes, I was going
Oh.
to say, he ended up doing some big
That's
movies we
awesome.
know
Yes.
later. Mhm,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Like
this was, I guess, still early on in his career where, he hadn't really done anything memorable, at least, at a quick glance before this. But, went on to do My Cousin Vinny. Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh,
yeah, that's my final contribution because I literally when we were driving up to go to Jersey and PA respectively, when we always stop in South Carolina. My Cousin Vinny was on the hotel TV, and I don't know what it is. It feels like a holiday movie or like a Thanksgiving movie.
That's
So
interesting.
okay.
I watch it every year.
Oh, I love that. I love those, especially
love
movies of
that.
that time, like early 90s movies.
They just
They don't make them like they used to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1985 movies, right?
I
Like,
know. Well,
what were you
I
going to say, Katie? You
I
go
was
for
going
it.
to say, I found interesting. So Tim Curry reported that this is one of his favorite movies that he's done. So, and I was like, that's interesting because, like, again, when we were first starting, we listed like 10 amazing movies that we love. So it's always interesting to hear, like, well, what's one of your favorite movies that and he listed this as one of his favorites.
And we didn't even mention. I love him in a supporting role in Charlie's Angels. He's so fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
We just
God.
talked about- yeah, he's a fun kind of villain, like a red herring. Mhm,
Yeah, red herring. Yeah.
And it's
But yeah.
crazy because not only does he have his whole film body of work, stage, he was in Amadeus, and really, really
The Worst
just
Witch.
yes.
right? The worst witch.
He's got a lot going for him, but people don't realize how much he did voice acting wise.
Voice acting. Oh,
like
one of the best voices ever in the biz.
Yes.
And talk about Vincent Price. He and Vincent Price. Can you imagine if like I don't know if they ever did anything together, but
no, that's why I was like disappointed when I read Vincent Price was going to be the criminologist. Or
right.
That would have been amazing.
His voice is like right.
I mean, AI is bad, but I don't know. We might have to put their voices together.
I'm trying to think of like some really, really iconic because he did. He was in Mighty Max. He was like the Skull King.
Wow.
A show that nobody remembers.
Yeah.
He was like. He did a guest spot that my sister and I still talk about in Freakazoid.
Oh, Freakazoid!
Wow, that brings me back.
Yes.
Yeah, that does bring me back.
Like it was just random TV shows and like the one Beauty and the Beast straight to DVD where he was like an evil pipe organ.
That
when was that? Was that the late 90s?
Late 90s. Like that was after I had stopped watching.
That was when Disney was making a lot of straight to video DVD sequels.
Disney went crazy.
But honestly, it fits. Tim Curry would be in Beauty and the Beast too. Like, of course.
I'm an evil pipe organ. Like,
he played a really good serial killer in Criminal Minds too.
Yes, he actually approached the people.
He's
to be in the show.
Because I love him so much, and I didn't really watch the show too much, but I watched that season for
that
him.
episode. Oh yeah, was he in a season? Oh, cool. Wow, he's in multiple episodes. Cool, a recurring spot. Nice.
It's scary.
That's interesting. I would actually check that out.
Yeah, it's like I have to look it up. It's like season 5 or so. It was a while ago. It was like early 2000s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He still was working a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the crazy thing about these movies too is that they've gone into. Speaking of Tim Curry, he was on an episode of Psych, which goes into like Psych. I think parodied. First of all, if you haven't seen it, amazing Twin Peaks parody on Psych, but they did a Clue parody that brought back Martin Mull, Leslie Ann Warren, and Christopher Lloyd in the same episode. It was like season 7.
I have to watch that. That's amazing.
But so
That's
fun.
awesome.
And it's everything has, I mean, from like Venture Brothers to like other random cartoons has like Rocky Horror references. Like it just shows the staying power
right?
of
these two movies
they've been parodied so many times.
Absolutely. They've been homaged, referenced, right? You see nods to them a lot. And it's amazing. I mean, I'm sure it's already been talked about. I doubt I'm saying anything new, but I feel like you see Frankenfurter's makeup on like Ursula in The Little Mermaid, right? Like, right?
Yeah.
Same sort of like heavy,
The crazy thing about the makeup, it was inspired. David Bowie's makeup artist was the one that came in and did all that, and it's like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did Frankenfurter's makeup.
Jesus.
And then eventually
for a low budget movie, holy cow, they got major interesting talent to work on that.
It was just because they knew people.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Bunch
just
of friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Good location in the UK, knowing lots of talented people. And it's that kind of thing where, for better or worse, there were less people doing this, so the world was even smaller. You know, like you didn't have as many actors and artists as you have today, that's great that we have that. But like, I think it was easier to connect to David Bowie's
pros and cons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, pros and cons.
Yeah.
You know, like it was easier to get in touch with some greats, I think, 50 years ago. Whereas now, I mean, there's just too many people involved, and that's cool though. Wow. Well, one last line I'm going to say that our boy Tim Curry says is from Clue. I think it's so funny. It always makes me laugh. I don't have the whole line. I just have the phrase "in flagrante delicto." Says that is it Mr. Green or maybe Colonel Mustard? It's about two people are having an affair, and I forget who he says it to. But every time he just, do you remember?
Is it Colonel Mustard? Because
is it Colonel Mustard and Yvette?
Maybe.
Or maybe it's Professor Plum and Yvette.
Oh no, it is because he had an affair with his student.
Right. Yeah.
That's
So maybe that's what this
Professor
client.
Plum.
Yeah, was that Professor Plum? Yeah. So either way, it's just the way he like gets in whoever's face it is and says that. I'm just like, that's just amazing. So
I love this. Like Wadsworth's like, there's 3 murders, and Mr. Green's like 6 altogether, and then Wadsworth's like, this is getting serious. Like, And then another one. I love it. It's so stupid, but I love this line so much where, hold on, I have to find it. At the start of the evening, Yvette was here by herself, waiting to offer you all a glass of champagne. I was in the hall. I know because I was there. Like, it's so like quick. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of dumb humor in a very smart script. You know, that's
exactly.
what that is.
Because I
Right?
was there. Like, what?
And can you imagine just being in full costume and having to do that run and those speeches and that amount of activity? Like,
I can't think of the ladies in their heels
And the heels.
running,
well,
right?
and
Yeah.
then Leslie Ann Warren is stuffed into that dress,
Of course, it was
like
rough. She said she couldn't like breathe.
really, really tight.
Jeez, really. I know she was doing some screenings for the 40th this year of Clue, Leslie Ann. I don't know if any of the others were, but she was going around making the rounds. I did bring a prop. So I totally forgot I had this. My friend gave this to me. It's a Clue board game with a twist. So she gave it to me like a couple years ago. So it's Murder at the Winery. Oh, this is perfect for you. Oh my God.
And I was like, I hadn't ever opened it.
Oh my God.
So
We need to play it.
Is this an official unboxing, Katie?
Yeah.
So I unboxed right before. Hold on. Shelby's in the way.
You can do the beauty guru and like the pieces.
Yep.
So it comes with this really cute bottle of wine. It's from this company Manos. It's a Clue bottle of wine.
That's nice.
Isn't that gorgeous? I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, it's giving me like Gatsby
so
vibes.
pretty.
Yes.
Gatsby. And then it has like the whole like it's black and gold. It's beautiful. It's black and gold.
Oh my God.
Wow, that is so nice.
Isn't that gorgeous? And like, but there's rooms, a lot of the same rooms, except they added barrel room. They added a bottling room, a wine cellar, and a tasting room.
Okay.
And I know we got to play it. And
what I'm hearing is we have to have wine and game night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have these beautiful gold pieces.
Oh wow.
One of the murder weapons. Hold on, this is really funny. They're all like.
Are the character pieces still different colors, or are they gold?
They are. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say.
Grapevines is a murder weapon. You can.
Oh my God! They changed the weapon.
Do they have a cracked wine bottle? Like
Jackie?
Karen Wheeler style?
Jackie, you know they do.
Oh
yes!
With the wine.
Karen Wheeler, you're so right.
They have like a corkscrew. They have like a corkscrew.
Oh
this is amazing.
That's a good weapon.
They have shear cutters because you got to prune the grapes. They have so cool. And they have a couple, like, it's so cool. And then
I love that stuff because my brain thinks of like the licensing, like, you know, because it looks like that's the official Clue logo. Like, so they had to like work with.
Had to pay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
right?
it's Manos wine. They had the horror bottles. Manos wine. I have the horror ones that have like The Exorcist and the labels that are, So they so there's like a whole character. Yeah, the characters are hilarious. Oh my God. So yeah, this is an unboxing because I had never opened this before. So the characters are Mayor Merlot, but the only lame thing, but that they don't really have like a person. It's like an outline of a person.
It's an outline. Okay. And then they're in the different colors. Was that a green person?
Green. So green is Mayor Merlot. Then there's Lady Rose. She's like pinkish. Lord Malbec, he's red. Professor Prosecco.
Oh my God, brilliant.
And Professor Prosecco can be either male or female.
Yes.
Exactly. It's again outlines. They have Colonel Cabernet.
Oh,
they
brilliant.
have Chef Chardonnay. So it's so cute. And the cards are really nice. Like there's you gotta play this. Like I totally forgot.
Okay, we come in costume as Lady Rose.
Can we please do this in 2026? Jackie, the next time you're in Jersey, we'll have to get together.
This morning, and I was like, shit, I have this game. I should show them. And it's really
well, this is a great reason for people to watch this on YouTube because we just did a Clue unboxing.
I know. Yes, maybe.
And that's such a perfect gift for you. Who got that for you?
Oh my God, that's a perfect gift for you.
So it was my friend had it. Like she had it, and she's like, "Do you want this board game? I think you would love it because it has wine and it's a winery related." My friend D. So she was like,
thinking.
Yeah, she was like, "Do you want this game? Like, I think it's perfect for you." Because I think a friend gave it to her. One of our friends gave it to her.
Just passing it down. Yeah.
And she's like, "This is great, but I feel like it's better suited for you," which she's right. So yeah, super cute. Yeah.
Great.
So
we have game night plans. Let's
Murder
do it.
at the Winery.
Oh wow! Look! Oh, and the bottle's showing.
Yeah. I know.
That is
I love the
so
bottle.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that seems like a good place to end. What do you think?
I know.
Yeah.
I was excited to show unboxing. Yay!
I'm glad you thought of that. Yeah, and good thinking. Because I'd be like, oh, I have a prop. I'll get to it later, and then I won't, and then I'll be like, all right, gotta go buy, and that's like, oh,
I made sure. I was like, I have to.
Yeah, good timing, Katie. You like kept that for a.
I never opened it. Yeah, that's.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been sitting because again, like I bought myself. I'm gonna.
It kind of becomes a decoration. Some games or like books sort of end up becoming a decoration. You're like, oh wait, I have this.
And the wine bottle's really pretty. So
we still have Carmen Sandiego board games that have never been opened in my parents' basement.
Yeah, they become sort of like an artifact, and so then you don't touch it. But it's like, well, what is it doing? You know what I mean?
No. Do you sell
it? Maybe we do both. Maybe bring one of those out, Jackie, and we will.
Okay, come dressed as Carmen Sandiego.
See if it's worth anything first, Jackie, because we're all hustling and struggling.
Yeah,
so
that's
if
true.
It's not worth anything, then we open and play.
No, I could sell the entire basement at my parents' house. Like, does anyone need 10 crucifixes?
Well, actually, now that you said them, I ran out the other day, so I could use some.
It's like, oh well, I did just go to 10 exorcisms, so I need more.
I understand that we've had relatives die, and they're Italian, so there's a crucifix in every room. But do we have to keep them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something a little spooky there, right?
Oh my god, then our basement is hella haunted.
Oh, that's an idea for something where it's like, what if the thing is like, one crucifix is all you need to like get the evil out of the room, but what if you have too many that they start to like lose their power? I don't know. I'm just thinking like,
or they trapped a soul in the crucifix,
right? Oh yeah. There's like, help me.
Clue. It's not just a game anymore.
I think I just love the cop so much and how they lock him in, and like, poor guy, I really feel for him because he's like, what are you doing locking me in? What's going on? What if there was a version from like one of the visitors' perspectives? Like, what if we are the cop? It starts with him. Things are already happening. It's a little bit of a weird vibe at this party. You get locked in the room, and we're kind of from his perspective, and it's sort of like a thriller. And then he realizes, like, oh, wait, there's like something's going on here. Like, I just think this story could be interesting from like one of those side characters' perspectives, that we don't really think much about them. But I think that could be just a new way to tell a story. Like,
or you could do each of their perspectives because they die. So it's like you go
each
in
of the visitor's perspective.
Telegram girl. You enter just singing and then you get shot and you're like, whoa. Like,
because what did she hear before, like what did she see or hear before coming up to the door? Yeah, that's kind of
the motorist
cool.
is stuck in the room,
right.
And then they,
and who are they on the phone with? Like having more of that, where it's like,
because who's the motorist and the cop are both on the phone, and they're both talking to, and the motorist is was talking about like one of them is my old boss from.
One of them's my old boss from. Oh,
so who's he talking to?
Right.
And then the cop who is under Miss Scarlet, because obviously he's there for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Why would a Washington cop be on her payroll? That's the only thing that I'm like.
I think that was so that he doesn't bother them, right? Like, was that
what her business is in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, why would he be in? It was New England.
New England. So my thought, I was reading that because that's a question, and the idea is that he was traveling up, because there's something with the blackmail and all that, and so I think he was on his way. He was off duty because he was on the phone.
He was faking it.
He was faking it. He was off duty, but he like is on his way and then runs into the motorist and is like, "Oh, I think somebody needs help," and then goes from there. But right, But who is he on the phone with?
Yeah, see, like more of that. I think could be interesting. We already know our main characters so well. What if we spend a little bit more time with the people the victims? I don't know. That could be interesting, right?
Like maybe the cook,
like a little bit more of that.
Like Filipino cook, just like in the 1950s. How did she come to be at this house?
And what is she?
So she was connected to Mrs. Peacock, and they ate monkey brains. Is that what we were eating? I always laughed at that as a kid because I was like, monkey brains. So she was connected to Peacock, and then that was connected to Miss Scarlet and Colonel Mustard. So
such a good movie. Well, thank you guys so much for doing all your research, rewatching these classics. I mean, Tim Curry and the other people are just amazing, right? So
Yep.
thank you.
Tim Curry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim Curry. Right?
True childhood
He'll be
treasure.
80 next year like John Waters. They're getting old.
He's going to be 80. I was wondering how old. Don't say old.
I know.
No, I love them so much. He's a national treasure. International
He really
treasure.
is.
Both of them
Just
are.
such a core childhood memory
Yes.
in so many different ways.
Kind of like
Was-
Robin Williams for us, I feel like.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Tim Curry and Robin Williams were
Yeah.
very
They're the
much
same
of our
boat.
childhoods.
Memorable roles that they gave their all to, right?
Mhm.
Like physically, mentally, voices, right?
Yeah.
Tim Curry, we love you. Love these movies. Thanks, everybody.
Now that's how it could have happened. But what about this? Now, imagine if this podcast had multiple endings. Too much editing for me. Sorry. Thank you, everyone, for giving yourself over to absolute pleasure. Tim Curry is the best, as are these movies that we just raved about. So thank you for listening to or watching this episode. And thank you so much to my pals, my fellow Curry lovers, Katie Bruno and Jackie Renne, for coming back, dressing up, doing your great research, and just being great, wonderful talkers. Always a blast. Love you both. Follow me on Instagram at Release Date Rewind to see more of this convo and of these great old movies. Thanks Straw Hut Media, the You Run Podcast Network, Kyle Motzinger, and the Portland Media Center. Next time, everybody, we're bringing out the big guns, and we're discussing Michael Mann's Heat for its 30th anniversary. So 2026 is off to an explosive start. Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you for your support.